Welcome to Freedom Fridays, everybody. Today we are going to be talking about David Banner and how this man has had the courage to walk away from money, but and so he's able to find his truth and truly walk a greater journey. What's up, everybody? Kamari Yellow's here. Corey's here. This is the Black Wolf Rebels. This is our Freedom Friday show. Not to mention this is our Bitcoin giveaway show as well. But today we're going to review what David Banner was talking about on Club Shake Shack. He was dropping a lot of heavy gems. I would love to go through the whole interview because I love the whole thing, but we ain't got time for all that. What's up, Corey? How you doing?
And I'm living, so I ain't gonna complain too much, man.
I know that's right. So listen, Jimmy's not here, so I'm gonna talk about him heavy today, y'all. But Corey's not gonna let me talk about him too much because that's his bro.
That shit, bro, too. Don't act like it ain't like.
Nah, that is my bro. Did you see us going back and forth nerding out today?
Listen, man, I don't argue with y'all, man. Y'all be doing the moves.
All right, so a couple people are coming in. All right, Jigga said, "What up, Jigga? Happy Friday to you." Saying what's up to all the beautiful black people today. All right, so as you come in, as we get ready to go through these clips, let us know who you are, let us know where you're hailing from, and let us know why you had a great day today. All right, Miss Edie's in the building. What up, what up, what up? All right, she got your name right today. She be messing your name up sometimes. So Miss Edie says, "Good evening. Hi, Kamari. Hi, Corey. Happy Friday. I just finished the Shannon Sharp Banner interview. All right, what did you think about it? You got to let us know what you think about it." Shelby's in the building. What up, bro?
You,
How are you?
what's up?
All right. And Miss Edie says, "I love the information they shared. The elder sayings. Yes, the elder sayings were on point. And listen, I love all the old school elder back in the day sayings. I be trying to remember some of them the saying because some of the old school sayings, they got so much wisdom in them. They're so simple, but they got so much wisdom in them and they're powerful." Yep, absolutely. All right, so Shelby showing off. Shelby somewhere on vacation, smoking on a cigar, probably having some whiskey too.
I ain't mad at that, man. Listen, man, I've been reading my daily word, man.
Oh, you know what? I need to go back. I haven't read that in a while. Matter of fact, I don't think I finished that. I need to go back and finish that. Yep,
Yeah, man, I've been reading my daily word, man.
that's what's up. Now, Miss Edie says, so this was something they talked about. David Banner said teeth and tongues, or maybe it was Shannon. Shannon said it. His grandmother said, teeth and tongues will fall out. Siblings better not. That I thought was really, really powerful. Because a lot of times, we get into side eye beefs with some of our peoples and we never get back from it. And at the end of the day, the thing that's really going to save us and the thing that really helps us is unity. Problem is, everybody got to want to be unified in order to do it. So it's easier said than done. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Welcome. All right, Corey, Jigga said, what's the daily word?
The
Show
daily
him that joint
word.
again.
Oh, Bill, brother, Bill. It's my daily word, man.
So did you get anything from it?
What you mean that I get anything from it, man?
I mean, today,
So,
what was the joy you took
oh,
from it
oh,
during the
oh.
daily
So,
word, bro?
so, so, he was talking about, the power of action. You know what I mean? Like how other people was, talking about it and they just did it. And then the other thing that they were talking about, which was the basically it was boycotts, but it was like it was called the shared something program where they just wouldn't go to stores. And
Yep.
basically what happened was he was talking about how fast the word would get around to get to leave to not go to the store and how fast the word would get around to be able to go back to the stores once they were finished boycotting the stores. And he was saying it was amazing how fast the word got around without any social media, without any TV, without radio, without any of that stuff. Straight word of mouth. And it was just instantly they was boycotting, instantly they was going back. Like so. he was talking about the unity to move people like that. And so I'm, that really, that struck a chord with me because that's power right there.
And I mean, that's what we all about, So I get it. I get it. All right, Mercedes says, Shannon said his grandmother told him, yeah, be careful what you tell people. Once people find out what makes you tick, they will wind you up and make you tick what they want you to. That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, you can say, yes, sir, good stuff, absolutely. Miss Maui is in the building.
But it really is. See,
Hey,
now I'm
Lorraine, how you
home.
doing?
So I'm home now. So I'm in my library, man. I'm really, I'm in this life, man.
You back in your element.
Yeah, man. So
Okay.
when I'm home, I really can get I can feed myself. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, let's get into the first cue. And by the way, remember, this is our Bitcoin giveaway. And Jimmy's not here today. So make sure you. All right. Now, we are going to do the Bitcoin giveaway. It might be a little bit delayed, but we'll make sure we get it out. All right. So check this out.
Know what that pig was eating.
Yeah.
I don't eat fish, bro, but I had a catfish farm. When that MTV Cribs that everybody
Yeah.
says one of the, like, dude, I had catfish and I fed them. So my catfish, you can literally see through their skin. Cause I didn't feed my catfish bullshit. I fed them like I fed the dog.
Right.
Oops.
So when you ate the pig in Mississippi and Georgia, it was almost like eating your fourth or fifth cousin.
Yeah.
In a
Like
good
like a
way,
pig.
because I know how meat is.
Yeah,
They'll cut
yeah,
that up
yeah.
and say that I was eating.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're like pets.
Yeah.
Because you fed them out your hands. I mean, you saw them grow, like, okay, yeah, that's the one that's gonna be, come.
So you got to be careful with that because Peter be on the hunt, boy. So I know why he walked that back real quick.
Christmas time, that's the one that's gonna be, slow. But let me ask you this, Dave. What do you think the number one thing that you learned from your parents? What's the number one teaching that like when you going through something or you're somewhere and you sit back and think and you're like, my mom, my dad said,
I'm gonna give you a great one, Shannon. It's when I was one of the top producers in the world. I was out in Vegas producing for arguably one of the biggest artists on this planet. And the artist came in, and bro, this is before I was the super conscious David Banner. This is before I was polished. I was straight off the streets, and I would jump in your ass quick, right? This is when a lot of people don't know this. I was on the terrorist list before it was a thing.
damn.
Because Universal didn't pay me my money, and I kicked open 12 doors.
They
And
ain't have money behind none of them, huh?
yeah, it didn't. but I played into their game. My anger played into their game because they owed me that money. And what people didn't know, bro, I didn't sign to Universal until way after Like a Pimp that came out. Because I had told them folks, and I don't think white folks was used to this because they were so used to black people being money hungry. I said, y'all done already put my record out. I ain't got to sign shit. You owe me. Because I knew I could sue them. I've always been smart. So I said, what you do is get my contract right. I'll go on this tour. Don't trip. But have my money. So I had become this $10 million David Banner, and my mother was in Mississippi, bro, struggling, dog. You know, way
That don't make sense.
that I'm making millions for you, and my mama can't eat out.
Can you imagine that, Core? Like, that's wild.
I cannot. Out and kicking down doors is he was light. He was light with it.
Yeah, yeah. But he's
He was
probably
like
heavy
it.
with it at the time. At the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Hurt you. Okay, let me get back to the story. So what I learned from my dad, trying to be more upbeat. My dad told me this, Shannon, and I live by this to this day, man. It changed my life. The artist walked in. Said, I just came from gambling. And I was playing a beat that was for somebody else. And this artist was like, who is that? Who that for? And I was like, yeah, it's not for
For
sale.
you?
It's not for sale.
Right.
And the person flipped me a $10,000 chip. Now, number one, I'm from Mississippi. I ain't never seen no $10,000 chip. I've been
Right.
gambling half my life, right? But Negro, you don't throw nothing at me. We not used to that shit. I almost lost it. And I called my dad. I walked outside the studio and called my dad. I said, Dad, I didn't even tell him the story.
Right.
He said, what's wrong? I said, Dad, I was shaking. I was so mad. I was like, Dad, he said, stop. How do you feel? I said, Dad, I don't feel good at all. He said, pack your shit and leave. I said, Dad, I'm about to make 6 figures. He said, I don't give a pack your shit. He said, I'd rather you work in the post office and be a $70 man than be a $1 million woman with an invisible skirt on.
Damn.
I never forgot that, bro. You can walk around looking like a man, but have an invisible skirt on.
I mean, that really struck me. It touched me. I mean, we always talk about integrity. We always talk about putting people before money. And that, to me, encapsulated everything. What did you think about that, Corey?
His dad put him on the game. Like, I don't care his dad asked the operative question: how do you feel about it?
Yep.
And if you feel like, like if it's gonna make you lose sleep, you can't do it. Like, I can't tell you how many hundreds of thousands, probably millions of dollars me and Jim turned down because it's not on brand.
Right.
It's not. It don't like our business could be we could be multi-million dollar or multi easily had we taken some of the offers that was given to us.
All right. So hold on.
It felt so dirty.
Let me cut you off real quick, Corey. Let me cut you off real quick, Corey. Because I want to salute you and Jimmy. And I told you last week, I meant to tell everybody this. So last Saturday, I had an opportunity to meet a gentleman that offered Jimmy and Corey $1 million, straight up and down. And Jimmy and Corey said no, because it wasn't in line with what they're supposed to do. Now,
he told you that, not us. We ain't.
No, y'all didn't tell me nothing. Now, y'all had told me about some of but this was the actual person and the person who put it together. And I was like, these my bros right here. So this ain't even no jokes right now. This ain't no bullshit. I was like, that's something I would do. It's not about the money. It's about, are you divinely designed to do that particular task? And if you're not supposed to be in that money. All money ain't good money. And in that moment, I was like, wow, this is dope. This is dope. So I want to give you y'all flowers. Even though Jim's not here, I'll send him the replay later because he's on a beach somewhere. No, actually, he's in Tulsa. I'm celebrating Juneteenth, so I can't even slander that, right? Because he down there, he on brand, right, Corey?
Yep.
He on brand, so I can't even slander that. But I just wanted to give y'all flowers because that's exactly what David Banner was talking about. And going back to the clip, Corey, you know how people feel about money being thrown at them. I know you got a mother and father like I do. My mom did not play throwing money at them. I never forget one time we was at the Chinese food store and somebody threw their money at my mother, but not throw it, kind of place it on the counter. And she took it like they was throwing the money at her. She cussed them out, called them everything but a child of God. I will never forget it. Yo,
man, only people you throw money at is SWs in the club, bro. That's what they want.
Yep. Throw it up. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. But I got why he was mad. Because, in our community, that is the ultimate form of disrespect. It's throwing money at people.
Yeah, don't play with me like that. Unless you want me to listen. If that's the type of relationship we're gonna have, just let me know so I can treat you the same way. You know what I mean? Like, just let me know how to treat you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
All right. So before we get any further, Anthony's in the building.
What it is, though.
All right, one half of the Nate Master team. I don't know where Don is, but I'm sure he'll be here soon. All right, so hold on. Miss Edie said this. I mean, Miss Edie got busy in here. All right, Banner said he holds everything in. He said he never shares anything with close friends. I get that. I get that. And then he said in those cases, those are not true friends. You should be able to be vulnerable in front of your friends. He said his mentor asked, does he talk about to his friends about this stuff? He said he can't in the hood. I get that too. I totally got it, what he was saying when he was telling that story. Then he said, Mississippi, you can't share your feelings. It makes you a target.
Absolutely.
And so to be particular, he was saying in the streets in Mississippi, all right, you'll become a target, basically. He said he suffered in silence, stayed silent, reminded him of Matt Barnes holding it in his dad taught. Yep. And Matt Barnes he talks a lot about a lot of his struggles that he's went through. So, all right, Banner said, if a business partner practices infidelity, he cannot conduct business with him. Because if he can't trust the person you sleep with, what about me? No verbatim, but you get it. Yep, not verbatim, but you get. Yep, he did say that.
Well,
Yep.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that one.
I mean, that's what he said. That's what he said.
I'm just saying, just on that one, I'm gonna call bullshit.
Okay, why?
I've seen some of the artists that he worked with.
All right, hold on. Let me give you context. David Banner said his mentor told him that, not David Banner, his mentor.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
So David Banner was saying his mentor was telling him about how he operates business.
No, I'm just saying because I mean, if he in the music business, they all of them sleeping with each other.
But think about that. What if people did conduct themselves based on that?
I mean,
Would the
I
community
don't have a
look better?
problem with what he said. I'm just saying, if you know anything about the music business, that man would have never made an album.
But I don't know.
It would have been nobody to work with.
But I don't know that his mentor's in the music business. Again, this isn't David Banner saying this. This is his mentor saying.
Yeah, I'm saying what he was saying. There's nothing wrong with what he was saying.
Right.
What I'm saying is he didn't practice it.
All right. Anthony says, I just finished watching this interview today and I truly enjoyed it. Yep. I get it. I get it. Mercedes says it was a masterclass. I love the interview. All right. Millionaire man with an invisible skirt. Yeah, that is deep because he really wanted to say something else, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He wanted to say something else. All right, he said, well, I respect Corey and Jimmy. Yep, that's hard. Yeah, it is. It is. Because one of the persons was saying, just take it. Just take it. Just take it. Just take it. And he's like, nope. And they stood firm on that. I have nothing but respect for that. This is no cap, no jokes. I'm dead up. Dead up when I say that. All right, Boom Bap Sway, what up, what up, what up?
It's really good.
And he says that's RNS for real, for real. I'm not going to repeat the what he's saying. That's real Negro shit.
Yeah, if you're from the streets, RNS is you know.
Well, see, I retermed that name. So with me and some of my other accountant friends, I recoined RNS. I call it the Rich Negro Society.
Whatever, man. We all know what it is, man.
That's what it is for me now. I changed it.
Hey,
listen, if cats want to redefine words that were originally slang,
you are more than allowed to redefine anything.
Exactly. So I'm redefining it.
I'm just saying that's not what it stands for the general population.
Hey, all right. So Zeddy says, yes, Kamari. Thanks for fixing that. The mentor said it. Yes. That's a great thing. A cheater lacks integrity. All righty. I understand Corey's position as well. Yeah. So if David Banner is a big T.I. fan, right? There was a whole bunch of shenanigans going on in that camp. I'm not judging nobody, but that's what they put on the news.
Yeah, my man, they was all out there, humping around. So married, not married, it ain't matter, man.
Dr. Chaz, what up, what up, what up?
Hey, what's up?
All right. So Anthony says facts. I can't be friends with anyone who doesn't take care of their kids, man or woman. Now that one, yes.
Yeah.
If a man don't take care of his kids, I got a problem with
Stay
that.
away from me.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a problem with that. Yep, yep, that's what it is. Rich Negro Society. Yep. All right. So, was there anything else from that clip that touched you, Corey? Spoke to you at all?
I mean, just the, the ability to be able to call your dad and get that instant, you know, affirmation. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, because he was about to make some decisions, and his dad was just like, "Forget all of that. How do
Yep.
you feel?" And then once he told him, he was like, "I don't feel good about this issue." He's like, "Just leave. What is wrong with you?" Like,
Yep.
and then so you can tell, it's rooted. It ain't something that's it's rooted in, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
And it's amazing, right? A lot of times we will tolerate a lot of shenanigans, BS, for some money. But his pop was like, I'd rather you work at the post office. Like Biggie said, don't be mad, UPS is hiring. So you always got options. You always got options. And so don't get stuck just because the money is dictating to you at that moment. And that's what really digs a major ditch for people. You know? All right, so I got one more clip for y'all. But for everybody that's watching, tell us what you thought about that clip. Go ahead and throw it in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay. It's not working. It's not working. We got technical difficulties,
Take
people.
the other video down and try to play
All right. Let's see. The death scroll.
it. The death spin, the
Damn.
black screen of death.
Yep. All right. So let's start this all over again, people. Let's start from the TOP. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. But while we're waiting, don't forget about the Buy the Good Youth Financial Literacy Camp, which is starting July 5th.
July 5th.
Thank you, Corey. I messed that all up. July 5th. Now, Corey, I heard you correct Jimmy the other day about how many camps and how many years it's been. So can you tell people about that?
Yeah, so this is our 11th camp. It is we've been doing this 9 years. So the first couple years we did. The first year we did 3 camps, and then the second year we did 2. So this is our 11th camp in 9 years. Our ninth year doing it.
So
um,
how do you
so
do 3 camps in 1 year?
so we did one in the summer. Then we did one during school time on Saturdays, and then we were doing a camp for a specific school. So we did 3 camps that year,
Okay.
and then the next year we just did one during the summer, and then one during the first few months of school. So
Now,
it,
Corey, what's one of your biggest takeaways from these camps?
how fast the kids learn the information because it's fun. Um, so we got 5 years olds who can, because the thing about it is we start everything with language, and so things are hidden in language, and so we got 5 year olds, and as soon as they understand, um, and can take the language and use the language, they it's just like the light turns on, like, oh, that's what people be talking about. So you know, it gives it gives myself and Jimmy, and the people that work with us so much pleasure to watch the kids, to watch the light turn on for them, right? Because it, 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 it the world starts to make sense to them because they understand the financial terms that goes on. Um, the financial literacy part of it, the financial terms, um, the way that they grasp it. Once they have it, they never want to let it go. Like, ask any, they did a full page article on us, and we said call anybody you want. We just gave them random phone numbers. We was just like call anybody you want and ask them about our camp. That's how confident we are in what we do. Because there's not a person you can say you don't like us, but you can't tell us about nothing about that camp. You can listen. I'm not the most likable person in the world. I really don't care, but about that camp, I'm about that life. You know what I mean? Like so. These kids, they coming out of there with a skill set. They coming out of there being able to budget. They're coming out of there knowing the financial. The thing about it is the exposure to the financial terminology because it gives them a leg up on 95% of the world. Because there's adults that don't understand what they understand.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Now, I know Jimmy has said it, like there are some kids who have started developing portfolios based on the work that's done in the camp.
Yeah, so we was given a stipend when we first started. We was coming out of pocket giving stipend, so we know those kids got um, portfolios, um, and then from that point on, um, we used to give every kid a stipend. Now, um, over the past few years, once COVID hit, and then we wasn't doing it in person anymore, we were giving them some of the kids stipends if they attended. Every kid that attended every week of the camp got a stipend.
Oh
So
wow, that's dope.
so because it was just so many more kids, so we was like anybody who came for every week. So I mean, we wasn't giving out crazy amount of money, $50, $25 to every kid, but it was enough to get their portfolio started. And then some of the kids took that and built on that from and when because we talk about their favorite companies um, during the camp, and they started buying those companies. So yeah, a lot of these kids got portfolios. Some of their portfolios might be bigger than mine because they got time on their side, and
Yeah,
they
and they
got
ain't got no
they,
bills.
time on their side, no bills, and active parents. So
Fact,
those
fact.
those kids might have a couple more dollars than we got.
So
But
look at those guys there. I mean, I was really proud when this came out. Now, I have not had a chance to work on a camp in person, only virtually.
yeah,
But what I saw, I loved. It was like, yo, let's go, let's do more, let's do more. All right, so I'm sitting here trying to pull the video up, but in the interim, let's talk about the camp. All right, so there it is, the 2025 By the Hood Youth Financial Literacy Camp. Again, starts July 5th. Do us a favor, y'all. We want to get this out to as many youth as possible. So please share this with them. All right, just share with them bthcamp.com. And not only will we be in person, we'll also be virtual as well. So share with them, with the people, y'all people, your friends, your family, anybody that you feel need to know about money, which basically is everybody. Um, www.bthcamp.com.
two things.
Yes,
When
sir.
we're in person, the parents are allowed to stay. So you don't got to just drop your kids off and roll out. You can stay and become part of the team. Um, so you can get a free education along with your kids. We would actually prefer that because it helps to continue the work that we do.
That's how you make it stick.
Yeah, because the parents like I said when we were doing the in person camp, 5 or 6 parents would stay every time with their
Mm,
kids, and so
dope.
I know those kids got that education continued on. Um, we'd have 20 kids, 5 or 6 parents would stay. Um, and it also helped with the games because when we be trying to play the games with the kids, we had to break them in the groups
Right.
um, by age, you know, because some of the games are, um, some of the games were a little advanced for some of the smaller children, so we would have to break them down in the groups when we would do games.
Okay.
But that's neither here nor there. These kids,
No, that's important, man. That's important because
I
again,
mean, I'm
we
a
we
teacher,
talk
so
about
we leveled it all. You know what I mean? And it wasn't by age; it was by um, you know, it was more about how could they. It was by articulation. Could they articulate what they were learning? If
Right.
they could articulate what they were learning, then we put them in certain groups. And if they had problems articulating what they were learning, we would put them in another group. We would probably put them in a group with me, so that I can reinforce um, the wording, so that they can get it while we play the game.
But I love it, right? Parents being there, different age groups, because we say it takes a village to raise a child, right? But nobody ever talks about what the practice of that, the application of that. And it is parents being there, right? Being involved. And so you can take those lessons from the camp back home to the dinner table, or back home just sitting around on the couch, or outside on the porch. And those conversations will help and mold and change things as we go forward in life.
Yeah, man. Like so, we be out in places, and the people, parents will run up on us, and I'm kind of familiar with their faces, but not all the time. And they like, my kid went to your camp, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I mean, like, because I'm not used to that. I start, I start, finger popping my little pocket buddy.
And
When people
listen,
start running up on me.
I have been there several times when people have come up to Jimmy and Corey talking about this, and sometimes it gets a little weird, but that's just because it's love, and people be like, out of the blues, like, "Yo, you sowed a seed into my child," and they really appreciate it. They really appreciate it.
No, for sure. So, I can sit here and bloviate and brag all, you know, but that ain't really my thing. And like I said, if it wasn't for y'all brothers, I wouldn't even talk about it. Like, to be honest, because I want to be more, um, like, I want people that want to get down to be down. I don't really care about people that don't believe in what we do. I don't care about people who don't want to do what we do, or people who say we wasting time and doing all this other jazz. Listen, man, everybody got their own race to run, and we running our race. And so I want people that want to, like if we marathoners, I want people that want to hold the water while we running. You know what I mean? I want people who want to participate and run with us. I don't really care
Gotcha.
about the naysayers and all of that kind of stuff. Like, you know, just
Nah, I
keep that,
feel you on that. I feel
yeah,
you.
just keep that energy over there, because I'm a match energy person. I don't know about Kamari, and Jimmy's not a match energy person. I am a 100% match energy person. So watch your energy around you. That's all I'm
Gotcha.
gonna say, especially around them babies, because I'm gonna take it to a whole different level around them babies to protect them babies from bad energy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see if I can get the clip up this time. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
One, two, three.
Do that
In the
shit. I
place
got
to
homies
be.
that do that shit, but
Damn it.
bro, I didn't got to a point in my life where
What's going on?
last year, bro, I
There we
was
go.
shooting in the middle of my biggest depression in my life, bro. I was shooting Fight Night and Family Business New Orleans at the same time, and didn't nobody know it. I couldn't tell them folks
Right.
that I was doing both of them at the same time, but I had accepted Family Business first, and ain't no way I'm not gonna do Fight Night with Kevin Hart, Samuel L. Jackson, Taraji, Terrence Howard, Don Cheadle. We gonna figure out a way to make that shit happen.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right.
And bro, I I never really had a chance to talk about this, bro. That shit fried me, bro.
That's a lot.
Like, cause I was starring. I'm a star in Family Business.
Yes.
And then the pressure of every night I go to work, it's almost like you got 7 games, but all of them are all-star game. You only play one all-star game a year when you're
Correct.
playing football, but imagine like that's what Fight Night was. So the pressure of every time I go to work,
You
I
got
can't talk to my friends about acting in front of Samuel L. Jackson, bro.
Right.
You know? And so it just but I'm gonna tell you this, bro. Samuel L. Jackson, he relieved me of that, bro. After I got done with Fight Night, man, Samuel L. Jackson, I went to him and I was like, because I really didn't talk to him. Because I didn't really want to be all up under him if I didn't make him proud. And Samuel L. Jackson said the dopest shit ever. He said, man, stop that shit, Banner. Quit it. He was like, bro, when I started acting, bro, I was just walking by. He said, in your first movie, Black Snake Moan, you was acting in front of me and you survived. He said, you supposed to be here. Stop acting like that. So basically, he was telling me to stand in my light, bro. Stand up and be the man you. And Erica Badu used to tell me that all the time. She used to always say this. It was strange because you know she float. She always say, "We waiting on you, Mr. Banner. People are waiting on you to see the God in you." And I never did, bro, until recently.
Wow. Ride along with Kevin Hart and Ice Cube. K Hart shot you.
But I can't just skate over that. Erica Badu said people are waiting on you, Mr. Banner, to see the God in you. I mean, I think that's absolutely dope. When you
You
have
know
other
how I
people,
feel about that,
how do you feel about it, Gordon?
man. Listen, there's nothing more powerful than when a black woman put a battery in your back. Nothing.
That's a fact.
Nothing. Like when a black woman speak life into you, there's no more powerful energy source on the planet. I don't care about no nuclear energy. I don't care about none of that. When a black woman speaks life into a black man or a black woman, there's no more powerful energy in the world. There's nothing more powerful than that. When the God themselves speak into you, that's when you know. You know what I mean? Like those are the gods. You know what I mean? But listen, you know, man, my reverence for black women is I love my brothers, man, but there's nothing more like black women run this world.
Well, you know what I say, so I'm right there with you.
Like
Right there with you.
it doesn't mean anything to me that people don't believe what I say because black women are the most hated people on this planet.
Yep, I agree.
But they are because of their power, because of their unity and their energy. Like anyway, I can go on a 4 hour tangent.
No, listen, man, that's real. That's real shit right there. I mean, it's
When
funny,
said that, that's all I could think about. Like she put the battery in his back.
and it's funny, right? We have so many people in this manosphere, red pill sphere. All they do is talk shit about women, black women in particular, and it's actually refreshing to see David Banner give Erica Badu her kudos, and sit there and say, "Listen, this black woman did something dope for me." You know, we don't see that often. We need to see more of that. We need to see more of that. So,
Cube interrogated you. What's it like to be on with Kev? Because I can just imagine. I've been around him a little bit and talked to Cube, had Cube on here. What's it like to be on the set with Kev with Kevin Hart?
Can I take one of these home?
You sure can.
Okay, thank you. I want to say this, bro, and I'm serious. Say whatever they want to about Kevin Hart. With the exception of Tyler Perry, I haven't seen nobody work as hard as him. Like, bro, like he inspired me, bro.
Yeah. He worked. I mean,
like to be honest with you, bro, like
he either writing, he starred in it, commercials, movies,
Bro.
TV.
and people don't see he FaceTiming his kids over here on the side, talking to his wife. He got a dialect coach because he's not from the South, but he doing a Southern film. Bro, he wake up every morning, bro, at 4:30 and work out. Bro, I'm not playing about this workout shit, bro. I ain't lying, bro. I saw Kevin Hart back. Ain't no way no mucks. I want to say it the way. Ain't no motherfucker go outdo me, bro.
Right.
If you don't play no sports.
Right.
I'm dead serious. When y'all see my back, that was because of Kevin Hart. That motherfucker look like he had a backpack.
Right.
Motherfucker, you ain't gonna outdo me. And I got more time than you.
Right.
But Kevin Hart, man, he works so hard, man. And to have some to have some form of still being human and learn how to smile.
Yeah.
And he hear all the shit people throw at him.
He does.
now I think what's dope about that clip, Corey, is that on Club Shay Shay in particular, right? Everybody says Club Shay Shay is ratchet. Club Shay Shay is messy. This interview and that segment just right there
He
did
giving
nothing but
all
show
the
love.
kudos. He
Yep.
giving all the kudos to everybody. Like David Banner is he a real G, man. Like he give like I man I love his energy because what he does is he in any situation when somebody gives him help, he makes sure he gives them their proper respect and their proper due. If he learns something from you, he makes sure he cite his source. Like Kevin Hart worked his ass off, so I gotta outwork him. That's the
Yep.
source. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Samuel L. Jackson, I was afraid to talk to him. Samuel L. Jackson gave me good advice. Erica Badu said I wasn't seeing the God in myself. Like he is giving everybody their jewels. He's giving everybody their props. He just said Tyler Perry is one of the hardest working dudes in show business. You can say what you want about him as far as his content, but as far as the work that the man put in and the help that he provide for black people, whatever you could talk to me. You could talk to me about a lot of stuff, man. But I tell you like this, man. People who put on for black people, they always gonna be, I'm gonna always have a spot of grace for them. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of us out here that put on for black people and say they putting on for black people and don't worry about the consequences of it.
That's a fact. I agree with that. And it's funny, right? And another part in this episode, I wasn't able to get this clip because I just didn't have the time. He talked about Samuel L. Jackson. I basically tell him to get up a acting coach, and he critiqued him to his face. And then David Banner stepped back in his feelings, that is, and he says, "Would you coach me?" And Sam Jackson coached him. So not only was he, man enough to say, "Listen, you slacking, you got to pick it up." Not only that, he said, "All right, I will help you." But
Yeah,
also got to give kudos to David Banner to not being his ego and trip as we see so many people crash out. Who is he to say this about me? I'm just as good. Nah, this this Sam Jack. How many billions does he have under his belt for the box office? Let me see if I can get some game. Let me humble myself. And it's amazing how far that can go.
right.
It's amazing. All right, so I see a whole lot more commentary up there. All right, all right. Miss Edith is getting busy. All right, so she says she loved the Black Negro Society, Rich Negro Society. All right, I might make a shirt out of that. All right, in the comments of the interview, someone commented Shannon needs to interview more than David Banner. I
He
mean,
needed that interview more than David Banner did.
needed this interview more than maybe. But David said he wanted to check on him as well because he felt everybody's trying to tear him down. And so, again, much respect for that. What up, Liz? Liz, did you see? I gave you a recommendation for HVAC. Shout out to my man Kavan over there, Heat and Air guys. He literally saved my life because the gas company shut me down the day before tax season ended, and he came through for me big. All right, but Liz says so much growth from this man, life lesson, options, and knowing you always have an out will keep you from losing yourself. That's a fact. That is a bar. He said also, look how David Banner said he had married Stat. Yeah, I saw that. He said Stat, but yes, Stetsasonic and Tila Rock. Listen, Stetsasonic was the original hip hop band. In London, even Japan, that's a bar. Matter of fact, I just thought about it. All right, Banner said the loudest person doesn't know much. Usually that is true. I've seen a couple times where that wasn't true, but usually that is true. Banner said help them escape. Yep, I saw that. All right, Liz says so proud of y'all. Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
Appreciate you and thank you.
All right, here we go. Kamari, Jimmy, and Corey is looking like they are ready for a new gospel album. But for real, this is great. Listen, thank you for the love.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for the love,
Nothing
Anthony.
but love, man.
Listen, we're going to start the commission over again, but I can't sing. So Jimmy can sing. Corey, can you sing?
Absolutely the hell not.
Oh, man. Y'all got to look at.
Hold up. No, that's not true. I can sing. You just might not want to hear what's coming out my mouth.
Yeah. Listen, if y'all haven't seen, there's a clip out there floating around of Jimmy impersonating Jeffrey Osborne. gold. Straight gold. All right. Yep. A word, Badu. Absolutely. All right. Mercedes says, I love his respect for Samuel Jackson. Yeah. And how can you not, right? The man stepped up and said, listen, you lacking? I got you. I'm going to have your back. That's real love right there. That's black love. That's what we need.
Yeah, man.
That's what we need. People are waiting for us to see the God in us. I think that is applicable to all of us. I agree. However, some people have a problem with people saying the God in you. But,
Those
you
people
know.
can kick rocks and roll along.
All right, Jigga says David Grace is constantly telling us the jewels Banner drops on him monthly about dealing with family and finances, networking, maintaining distance from suspect social influences. Okay. All right. All right, facts, Corey. Black women are amazing. Yes, they are. Got to give the horns for that. Yes, black women are amazing. Yes, they are.
Listen, man. Listen, this is
All right, so just joined the BWR Rich Negro Society. All right, Liz says she saw it. All right, that's what's up. And yes, people hit the like button.
all right. So
Like,
let me tell you a little story, man,
go ahead, Cole.
about how crazy the world is, right? So I was in I think I was in Oklahoma. I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. I was in the army. I was on a military base. I was on a gunnery base where they make all the munitions and all the stuff. And I'm on this base. I don't know nobody, none of the people there, nothing. Day one, they try to they do the thing called the shark attack where they have all the drill sergeants yell at you and try to see if you're going to break and all this other crazy stuff. First of all, I'm not breaking because you're yelling. I'm like, unless you're shooting, I'm not, I don't have no anxiety about you yelling because as long as you ain't putting your hands on me, as long as you're keeping it, a manly distance, you can yell all you want. And so they did that, so I didn't have no issue. But they about a weekend, I started getting homesick. I was like, man, I need to get back to Philly. Because I was in the middle of the Oklahoma. It was nothing to do. I ain't know nobody. I ain't want to know nobody. It's all, I'm in the military. People yelling and screaming all day. It's not really bothering me, but it's not what I'm used to. I'm not really getting used to it. So we in the mess hall, and this older black lady that was working in the mess hall, she sat next to me and said, the light, she said, I can see your light. Don't let this place dim. And fucking changed everything, yo. Like she just sat next to me and didn't say she see my demon. She said she sees my light and do not let this place dim my light. And I'm sitting there, I probably, I was feeling like hell. And for her to see light when I was feeling like hell, this is what I'm saying about the power of black women. There's nothing like it. There's no worldly anything. And she just changed my whole outlook on being there. She changed everything about how I reacted to everything that was there. It's because she saw my light. And I got 100 stories like that with especially black women who just like they can see whatever it is I'm doing, they can see it. Whatever it is I'm going through, they can see it. I feel translucent around black women. Like they can see it, they can see what's going on inside me, and they can. It's like they feel like they can, you know what I mean? Like they can make it happen, even if I don't feel like I can make it happen. And so there's nothing. I don't like I said, man. You can disagree with me, and I can tell you that you're wrong. There's nothing like it. And and just like they had a power to speak life, they can also speak, ill because they so powerful. So, I just ask that they're respected the way they should be respected. Because a lot of
God.
the reasons why they act the way they do, especially on social media, is because of the disrespect that they get. Some of it,
Well, and I
some
think
of it, some of it.
a lot of people on social media are just seeking attention. Those are the people who didn't get enough hugs when they were kids.
I mean, listen, I like uh, I like discourse. Like most of my favorite people on social media are women who uh, rate, rate, take their reparations in verbiage on the internet. They be giving out hell on the internet, um, and that's another reason why I miss my sister so much. Like because Tracy would always just be like, "I want to see you," and it's urgent. She always made it urgent. You know what I mean? Like, and so that's like, if you wonder why I miss her so much, is because she urgently needed to see me every time.
That's dope. That's dope. Yep. Now you got me ready to cry, Cord.
I'm just saying, like, it ain't, I mean, just thinking about it, you know what I mean? Like, it was always urgent.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, so Miss Edie said yes, Dad Grace promotes and brags on David Banner for many years. That's dope. That's dope. All right, Liz says Earth Angels. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
some Earth Angels. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right, so we can't stay on all night, y'all. So we gonna do this Bitcoin giveaway. All right. Don't forget the rules. Now, in order to do this, we have to come up with a hashtag, a saying. So what should tonight's saying be? What should tonight's hashtag be? That's number one.
Invisible skirts.
Oh, that's long no more. I gotta type all that out.
I'm just saying, man, that was powerful, bro.
That was definitely powerful. Definitely powerful. It
Invisible skirts.
it just shows with the power of language what really can be done because he said a whole lot. He basically said you ain't a man. He wanted to say something else, the B word, something else, but that's not what he did. But it got the same effect. It got the same effect. All right, night lives. All right, so Lorraine says hashtag banner. All right, what do y'all think? Hashtag banner? Is that what y'all want for these stats tonight? These stats tonight? All right. So
Used
tell
to
me,
that shit. I
Right.
got homies.
tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think. Of course, back. All right.
Yeah,
So,
my kids was bringing me dinner, so
that's beautiful, man. What you got? You got some chicken?
no, just a slice of pizza, man.
Hey, man, they thought about you. They thought about you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason said bandits is good. Okay. Jarrell, what up, Jarrell? You been sticking in? Jarrell says hashtag RNS. I don't know. What y'all think? Banner or RNS?
I like both of those.
Jigga says banner.
I like Arnest better, but I know the people who probably like Banner.
All right, what y'all got? Come on, give me a couple more. Give me a couple more. Corey's about to devour that pizza. So yeah, I gotta give me some vittles too. But we got Banner, we got RNS. All right, Jay Sims says Banner's good. Miss Mowers says Banner. All right, Boom Bap says RNS. So we got 2 for RNS. Jarrell, you're good. You always on time, bro. We got 2 for RNS. We got 3 for Banner. Let me see. Is my count right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for RNS. Excuse me. 4 for Banner. 2 for RNS. All right. So all right, another one for Banner. All right, 5. All right, I think Banner's got it, y'all. I think Banner has got it. The people have spoken.
Ooh. Arnest.
Uh oh. Miss Edie's coming in. So what is that? 5-3 RNS. All right, Ray just said banner works. All right, so I think we're gonna do banner, y'all. I think we're gonna do banner, y'all. Now remember, in order to win, you gotta be here. And I'm gonna start checking y'all. Not today. Not a member of the village. We're gonna stop giving y'all. We're gonna stop giving y'all these sats. Y'all gotta be a part of the village. You gotta be a part of the village. All right, so give me 1 second, y'all. Let me get it up on the screen. All right, so Anthony says when the kids give you pizza, they're going to give you like a steak because they love pizza so much. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a fact.
Listen, I know for a fact that I cooked 2 pizzas and they brought me 1 slice. So I'm pretty sure that I'm lucky to get that 1 slice. I made 2 entire pizzas.
Somebody thought about you. Somebody thought about
Two,
you.
two large pizzas I made, and I got 1 slice out of 2 large pizzas. That's
Hey,
all I
man.
need to.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing.
And
That's a
listen,
beautiful
they
thing.
thought enough about me to bring me a slice because for sure, they probably was like, "Damn, we ain't get." You know what I mean? But
Uh,
I got 4 boys, so 2 large pizzas is not really that much for
no,
me.
it's not, because boys eat like men by the time they 7.
Yeah,
All right, but like I said, pretty soon, if you are not a member of the village, you will not be able to win these sats, y'all. So we want to start verifying who's in and who's not. All right, because we want to make it a village thing. We don't want to keep sharecropping on their social media sites. Basically, they will shut down your stuff without cause. And we've had that happen. I know I've had it happen. I know Corey and Jimmy have had it happen.
absolutely.
So we need a way to get in touch with y'all. So make sure y'all subscribe to blackwealthrebels.com, and you can do it for free. You can do it for $1. There's a $14 tier as well. There's also a $56 tier. So pick whatever tier works best for your pocket. At the end of the day, we still want to be there to serve you. All right. All right. So let's see. Make sure everybody has their hashtag banner in, because if you don't have it in, we won't be able to collect your vote. All right. So make sure you got hashtag banner. David Banner. All right. So there we go. Hashtag banner. Make sure y'all got it in the comments. We can't count you for this Bitcoin giveaway for banner. All right, we got 6 in so far. All right. Can we get 15? Can we get a good 15? And I'm gonna stop begging y'all to take our money too. By the way, I be wanting y'all to get y'all money in, but
Yeah, like I don't know what you be doing, Kamari, man.
listen, man, I want everybody to eat, man. Everybody eats. Everybody eats, B. Everybody eats.
Whatever. Whatever, sir.
All right, so remember, once you win, because one of y'all gonna win, all right? Once you win, one of y'all will need to email Black Ball Rebels to make sure that you're here. And you have to be here, by the way. All right. All right. So we have 11. We got a good 11. All right. I ain't waiting no more. We're gonna spin it. You ready to go, Core?
For sure, man. Let's
Because you
go.
got more pizza to get to, right?
Of course.
All right. Let her rip. Let her whip. Go. There we go. Miss Maui, Lorraine has won. There we go. There we go. All right. So listen, y'all know the drill. Send me the lightning address. You got to email it. You also got to let me know that you're here, but I'm pretty sure Miss Lorraine is here. Miss Maui, are you in the building? Are you in the building? So everybody congratulate Miss Maui. All right, you are here. All right, I see it. You are the lucky winner. So make sure you send me your lightning address. Go on into Cash App. You know how to do it. Jimmy breaks it down every week. And I will make sure Jimmy gets you that. Maybe not tonight, but at least by tomorrow. All right, we got you covered. We got you covered. And we know your voucher is always going to be paid. So let's see. Let's see. All right, so Miss Maui is in the building. She's one. Let's see. All right, we got you though. I promise. I promises. All right, y'all. So again, make sure y'all do us a favor. Help us spread the word about the camp. Help us spread the word about the camp. We do it for y'all, so help us do it for the babies. Okay. And again, bth.com. Spread that word.
Spread the good word, man. We out here doing the work.
Yes, we are.
You seen Kamari and Jim out here in the streets
And I wanted,
while I was teaching.
yep, but I wanted to show that because again, y'all were on the front page of the business section on the Philadelphia Inquirer. So I just wanted to show that off a little bit, showing off the
And like I
babies.
said, the people that they interviewed, we was like, call anybody. We gave them a bunch of phone numbers. We was like, call anybody you want.
Mm.
That's how confident we were in the work that we
How many people did they call?
did. They called Mark Smalls. They called his family.
Yep, I knew that. Yep.
Um,
Did they do Khan's children as well?
Cajon's children.
Yeah.
That was his daughter on the. They did Cajon. They did. We had a family from Detroit that they called.
Mm.
We did. They did. I think that was the three families that were featured. This is Mark Small's children right here.
Okay.
Um, yeah, like so. You know what I mean? He was like, call whoever you want. Though we gave him,
Give them all the tape, all the dope.
yeah, like because again, we are who we say we are.
Right.
And not only did she call the families, she sat in on what we did for the first 3 weeks of what we did.
Mm. Okay. Mm. All
So
right.
listen, we not only will we tell you, but we'll show you, and on top of that, you can call whoever you want. That's how confident we was in what we did. So we let our work do all the talking.
As it should. That's the way it's supposed to be. I had a mentor that would say, I ain't got to do a whole lot of talking. I'll put mine up on the table. If you can put yours up on the table too, if you can put yours up on the table too, then we can have a discussion. Maybe. But he's like, ain't a whole bunch of rap. Whole bunch of rap.
Yeah.
Now, Miss Edie, you know what? I am out of pocket. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. Happy Juneteenth to everybody. I hope you all take this thing seriously. I know I do. But Juneteenth should be celebrated. And it's funny. I saw somebody talk about this earlier. Somebody said, we got all these new holidays. So we're celebrating Juneteenth now. Why shouldn't we celebrate September 11th? And it's just like, the response was, why would you want to highlight a massacre like that? And furthermore, why are you comparing it to Juneteenth? There is no comparison. Shouldn't even be talked about. But people love to do that.
People
Yeah.
people are purposely silly, man. They just say and do stuff because they can. Man.
Yes, they can. Ms. Fowler says, email sent. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate everybody that's in the village. I appreciate everybody that shows up every Friday night. Y'all know Fridays are our fun day, right? But we still get into it now. Sunday will be our money church. We'll figure out what we'll talk about, but we'll be here at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. sharp, y'all. So y'all have a great night. Get some rest, relax, and make sure you spread some love to your family, y'all. Y'all have a good night.